I'm howling for you. Alright. There's something wrong with this plot. The actors here have not got a clue. Baby, I'm howling for you. Mockingbird, can't you see? Little girl's got a hold on me like glue. Baby, I'm howling for you. Yeah. Throw the ball to the stick, swing and miss and catch us mid-strike too. Baby, I'm howling for you.
Good morning, everyone. How's it going? Just realized I need to sign into Zacopier. Which is kind of annoying, but it's the way she goes. So bear with me here. Done. And need to do Tradeify as well. Excuse me. Yeah, how's everyone doing this morning? Thank you all for tuning in. It's gonna be a fun one today. Hopefully. Beauty. Okay. Copier is connected. Everything is looking good. Beautiful. All right. What do we have here? So yesterday's FOMC, initially I was bearish going into it. Did print a nice short setup that I did not take. Yesterday was an abysmal day for me. Led us into targeting a ton of standard deviations. -4 of both of these 15-minute breakers. This high time frame breaker over here, while forming SMT at Friday's low, tagging into the old all-time high, and then getting a nice long from there. That was kind of the moment that I let go of any more short ideas. And since then, it's just been rips all the way up. Something I'm looking at for potential further targeting. It's probably going to be around that 795 level, as it's the -4 standard deviations of the weekly wick. So projecting the weekly expansion based on the size of the weekly wick from the low to the opening price. There's also a lower time frame breaker down there too from yesterday that has -4 standard deviation. It's basically the same amount of manipulation as the weekly manipulation itself, about 100 points or so. Overnight saw us just kind of rip right out of the gate from the open, right? As expected. We closed out the day bullish, forming a nice rejection wick off of this daily, both of these daily imbalances. And now we're kind of seeing buy side targets as a result. So opened up 1800, Asia expansion, London expansion, and now we've kind of formed this hourly and 15-minute breaker. This line is the 15-minute breaker. This line is the hourly breaker. And upon creation of those breakers, we have created SMT with London with YM at London low and Asia low. And ES looks like it's about to take, or is close to taking, London low as well. So while this does look quite nice for a short opportunity, I don't know if we get any further than like maybe midnight. I'd be looking for this to be a Judas swing, 9:30, to kind of have one last dig into midnight open and then rip it out of the gate from there. I was initially interested in shorts, but it kind of hasn't really provided an entry for me. So the entry that I would have liked to take would have been just after the confirmation of the 15-minute breaker, a tag into that to then target -2, -2.5 of a lower time frame 5-minute breaker at the most, like midnight, -2 of the 15 here. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. I'm more or less interested in longs than shorts, even though we have a newly created high time frame breaker on the 15 and the hourly. It's just not really, we just missed projections of the weekly. We only have hourly high SMT up here. You can see we got SMT here at the hourly. And it's kind of, yeah, ES definitely formed a different type of high. 5 a.m. high, and then NQ kind of continued to run. So there's no breakers on ES or YM, but there is on NQ. So yeah, long story short, looking for some longs to maybe run up these highs again. Or at the very least, maybe ES runs those highs and NQ fails to, and then we can get a entry inside of the breaker upon SMT. Just a couple things to look at. Mm-hmm. Hi, Stelios. Quiet bunch today. I mean, there's only 18 viewers, so pretty chill, actually. Pretty chill. Yeah, that's kind of that's my thinking, Logan. I think today has potential for some moves. I do agree, though, it is kind of concerning that we do have a large daily candle already. But we're in price discovery. Like, anything can happen, right? I'm not totally sold on shorts, if I do say so myself. I would need just like a little more info to short it now. The fact that we created this breaker with SMT at session lows, not really too keen. See what the open brings, though. If ES goes and takes that London low at the open and NQ tags down into midnight open, I might just long it right out of the gate there. Something like this. This would be ideal. I'll kind of be watching in and around this area. The ingredient that I need is the SMT with the ES, though, to just add that extra little confluence to it. Yeah. All right, we got 1 minute till the open here. Let's see what shakes out. I'm trying to think of what's a way that they would present it to make a short valid. just don't see it. Like, not that shorts are invalid. It's just I'm not comfortable taking them because we have this looming SMT on the session lows. Just a recipe for like this to be a fake breaker and we just rip the highs again. It's kind of how you have to treat all-time high territory, is just like higher for longer until like really proven otherwise. But I'm gonna let the record show that like there is a possibility in which it retraces to this breaker or retraces up into this inefficiency a little bit higher on the 15 minute and it dumps from there. I just would like to see it drop lower first and then go higher. So we'll see what shakes out. ES is gunning for that London low. Hasn't taken it yet though. My indicator's not popping up. What the hell? There we go. Oh, it's gonna do it like that, is it? Created this consecutive candle SMT on the lows here. It's not super ideal. Failing to confirm. I really want it to tap this midnight open. I don't want it to rip like this from here. Oh. What up, Mr. Tenny? Was looking for it to run into that midnight open. We're kind of seeing the opposite of that right now. It's just kind of created that consecutive candle SMT and it's ripping from there. I'm just uncertain about that. I still think we get down into here. Like that's where I want to long out of. ES was so close to tagging. Yeah. It's a thing. It's definitely valid. Yeah. It's definitely valid. I'm gonna sit on it though. I'm not gonna. It wasn't my idea. It's a nice rejection off of 930. Did just kiss that breaker too. What's up, Anthony? How you doing? Long already? Nice. Four, 6, 7, 8. Oh yeah, basically right off of that breaker there. Very nice. I'm kind of, yeah, definitely 50-50 on it. It's just wasn't what I was expecting. I think I would rather wait and see. Like, letting this one go does not sting as much. If I've got something better to wait for, then I might just, it's just better if I do that. Like, we've got SMT creation, like NQ taken back into that breaker. This sets up a higher time frame breaker. I think we can get a little lower. Just something that I'm willing to just wait for, you know? Plus, like, it makes a lot of sense that this hourly candle, 4-hour candle closes, and then maybe 10 a.m. get to dig, and then we get our setup from there. Volume is really low. I have no idea. I have no idea. I haven't looked at volume in probably 3 years. We trade the futures market, boys. There's always volume. I got my boys going crazy in here. Okay, there's that low ran out. Come and go take midnight, create that Asia low or London low S&T. The ingredient is I want to see ES take London low. Like that. Now one final ingredient, and it could make me sound super greedy, but I want to see -2 tapped. It's not absolutely necessary, so I'm just gonna enter there. Midnight -2. Like I'm not gonna sit and him and haw over a few points when like this is a high time frame entry. I can't be that precise, so I'm gonna run it from here. This isn't a 1 minute entry. This is 100% just entering off of higher time frame context. So this is what I initially wanted. On the low time frame, which I'm gonna hop off of in a second, I can see it creating a breaker and digging into that -2. That would be like the more precise entry. And if it gives that, then that gives me something to scale into. But right now, this is just the start of a position. So let's see what shakes out. Long 2 micros, stop at London low. And we'll see. If it stops me out, then who cares? There was no short to even go against it anyway, in my opinion. Yeah, let's cook. I want to hop back to the 15 and I want to see once my indicator pops up. High time frame target is London lows for NQ. Maybe. Maybe not. We got SMT there. Maybe NQ doesn't need to go there, you know? You know what I mean? Creating that breaker there on the 1 minute. 9:45 open up, sweep that low, tag -2, and then off we go. while ES takes Asia as well. S&T just delays the London lows. It will go there with retracement. Sure. What's your London kill zone? Yeah, it's 2 to 5. And 586.5. Yeah, that's my London low as well. I actually need to 586. What the heck? I technically can have it right on the low. Why is it being a pain? Yeah, if it goes and tags me out at London low, then that's totally fine. I'm just here to follow the plan. I'd be remiss if I didn't take this setup. No, ES took London low. There is a world in which Asia low is the actual protected, but I don't think so. Just gotta ride it out. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Yeah, that's kind of my thought too. I looked over and I was like, there's not a single breaker on Asia. Yes, sir, Bradley. Yes, sir. This Lennon Lowe is going to be doing the Lord's work today. Yeah, Tenny's that #1 fan right now. Oh, we're chilling. I will not be putting stops to that low. I'm just going to let it ride the way it is. I like it. I like it. I want to see this breaker form too. Actually, maybe a minute later. But not really super important. Benjamin. When's a Bray, Ben, and Tenny live? Shit, that would be something, wouldn't it? I've gone live with Tenny, I've gone live with Ben, but all three of us haven't gone live together. Should we fire it up? Okay, let me fucking look at this here. Give the people what they want. So, if this hourly swing forms, we get this fat rejection like this, then yeah, GG's. GG's. Right off of that -2, tapping like way down into this little old breakaway gap. Not that I really give a fuck about a breakaway gap, but -2 SMT breaker. You know the deal. Can get rid of these fucking red lines. Yeah, totally. Like you got an hourly high SMT. And maybe like I think like 4-hour consecutive candle SMT against a multi-session SMT in an otherwise bullish scenario. Yeah. Absolutely. It can be easy to get caught up in all of the short term and see, your market structure shift, but like on paper, without looking at anything else, yeah, this looks great. This looks great, but the problem I have with it is, right, you have to weigh the confluences. You always have to weigh the confluences of your idea against the opposing direction. So like, sure, short-term SMT, 15-minute breaker, it's done its job. It's delivered to -2. It doesn't have to do any more. -4 lines up with like nothing. It's just in these gaps over here. It's kind of stuck in between Asia and 1800. On the other end of the spectrum, right, you have London low SMT, Asia low SMT with ESNYM, NQ tagging into midnight opening price, which is a key for value point for the day. -2 standard deviations of the 15-minute breaker in question, tagging into a 15-minute breaker as well. You've got only short-term SMT at these highs here, and you have projections above in the -4 weekly expansion. Yeah. It all lines up for me. kind of do need to get above this high, if I'm honest. This current AM high here. Retracing into this breaker is fine. I just want to see this hourly close mega bullish. I don't want to see us form a bearish candle off of this. If it does, then my stop is right where it belongs, and there is a chance that we sweep this low again. But right now, I'm chilling. Everything's in the right spot. Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's kind of why I mentioned, like, I want it to confirm 1 minute later, because it confirmed at 9:49. And like the breaker itself is out of macro too. Not that like that's a huge importance for me, but it is something that I still kind of look at. I know you definitely look at it too, Bradley. We have 4 minutes. Yeah, I'm definitely not adding on this either. Not adding, not moving stops. Gotta just leave everything as is and just let it do its thing, you know? She was doing so good. I don't need to watch my fucking P&L either. Couple more candles like that, please. Two more minutes. This hourly is not closing the way I want it to. I kind of want it to get above here. Close above here for the hour. And then start making its way to get rid of this SMT at this high here. That low high SMT. Yeah. It's a little concerning, but like you said, not enough to get you out of your long. Your entry is also super nice. $930 -2. Oh, Bradley. You cheeky little bugger. I like it. How was yesterday FOMC for me? Fucking brutal. I missed two of the cleanest setups I've seen probably in the better part of 2 weeks. And it caused me a ton of FOMO that I took like a super low quality setup. It was a winner, but like I definitely reprimanded myself in my journal because I just gave into FOMO so easily. Take out this current AM high. Yeah, I didn't even notice that either, Ben. Those 930 projections are clean. Basically, what I'm thinking is if we can take out this high and make our way up into the high a day, yeah, that AM session short was super free. I wasn't even willing to engage at that point. Anyway, if we take out this there's that high taken out. If we run to this AM high here, I will probably just monitor it. Monitor it and see if we can get up into that -4. No, well, both, Bradley. You're getting way better at reading PA, and it was very free. Yeah. And that's kind of what I've been getting away from is like not really paying attention. So I totally agree. Yesterday gave 3 absolutely free setups. And all you needed to do was take one of them and you would have gotten multiple R. multiple R. What does this even get me to if we get to that high? Two-ish. Yeah, that's my thoughts too. Get this FOMC out of the way. Now we have no questions, nothing looming for a bit. We can go into the rest of September and the fun months with a little bit of clean PA. So the original plan is, yeah, just run it to these highs. However, make no mistake, I am kind of looking for -4, which is an extra 70 points above. If we just fly through this, if we get up here and we're just flying through with no breaker creation whatsoever, I'm probably just going to hold. If we create some AM high or some high a day SMT and we have breakers prepped and yada yada yada, different story. But right now I'm just kind of chilling. Or I guess for consistency purposes too, I do kind of need to remain within that and not be a dummy and hold for longer, but either way. Hourly candle closing. Yeah, that hourly candle closed so nice. Even the 4-hour was an immediate rebalance. Q4 typically the cleanest. Oh yeah. What's the next vlog lifestyle series? I need to finish up the one I made. So I need to get all the recordings from my marathon and do that. So you got one more video there. And then it's either going to be another marathon prep for Austin Marathon, or I find out in 2 weeks, well, less than 2 weeks, 11 days, if I got accepted into the an ultra marathon down in Texas. And if that's the case, then I'm going to be training for an ultra marathon in April. So it's going to be another running series. I'm just not sure what it's going to be. It's either going to be just another marathon prep, or it's going to be for an ultra marathon. And then just some other run-of-the-mill videos. Learn chess and do a chess tourney. Oh, dude, yeah, if I'm in Texas, swing by. It's in Austin. The marathon and the ultra, they're both in Austin. But I would 100% make the drive out over to you if you want to come meet you, and we can go out for coffee. How many kilometers is the ultra? It's a last man standing ultra. To put into perspective, the two guys that won it last year, they tied because of weather. They ran like 250 miles, I think. So for me, like it would probably be I'm not training to win it. I would probably go for like I'd like to run 100 miles. That'd be like my goal. I'd be training to run 100 miles. Yeah, it's respectable. You know, it's not that much. It's respectable, I guess. 400 kilometers is fucking crazy. Oh yeah, same boat, Bradley. Yeah. I'm very much stuck in my head about the whole 2R thing. This gets me 2.3R. Last week was rough, but like if I can hold for this -4, that would be swell. No, I haven't. You gotta send me the link to that. I've been watching a lot of like ultra marathon documentaries on YouTube. If you're into watching like good running videos and stuff, Bradley, you should watch Surrender. It's a BPN, like Bare Performance Nutrition documentary, and it's on that G1M Ultra that I applied for. It's actually crazy. Some of their documentaries and their videos are insane. Like if you like my stuff, you'll love this other stuff. Unless you just like watching it because like we're buddies, but okay, yeah, I'll get that over to you right now. I'll get that over to you right now, boss. YouTube. It's called Surrender BPN. Share, copy, Bradley. Gotcha. Yeah, it's a fire documentary. It's about an hour and a half long. And like it's not just like a YouTube video, it's a full-on production. You ran 100K last summer? That's insane, dude. Good for you. Good for you, big dog. My PR is just a marathon. Kind of want to just take my take my money and run over here. I realized that I'd be leaving money on the table potentially, but I can't like partial here because it's just, I'd be taking 50% of my position off. Like, it just isn't profitable for me. It's either I take it off here or I take it off up here. Take it off here. MNQ never ran that high yet. Not gonna be a dick about that. Fuck it. Still plagued by the whole 2R thing, but out of my long. Happy with it. Now I want to see if it delivers to -4. This will just be a journaling moment for me. So you guys are probably wondering, why did you take it off here when it didn't take that high? This is the only chart I care about. This is just my execution chart. So we took that high on NQ, meaning that, like, in my eyes, we took it on MNQ too. I don't think that we're going to just reverse from here. I think it could just like set up a low for a run higher, but yeah, -4 is probably my spot, but I'm still just like, this is my issue is I'm kind of plagued at like that 2.5R max lately. Holding trades hasn't been something I'm working on as of late, but it's something I want to work on in the future. When I want to get a little pickier about my stats, but yeah. Thanks, fellas. Appreciate it. Everything kind of planned out the way that we anticipated it to. I'm definitely going to be, I'll do a breakdown about this later. Make no mistake, I'm pretty stoked about it. After yesterday's shit show. But like, this is peak high probability. Does anyone have any questions about the model or the trade itself? Did anyone catch it? I know my boys did. I don't know how to say your name. Perun? I'm just going to call you Perun. My boy's jacked. Boy's jacked up. Andy, good stuff, guys. Not that I want you guys to copy me, but PTV? All right, I'll call you PTV. Yeah, not that I want you guys to copy me. That's not at all what I'm saying, but if there was a trade to copy me on, it's probably this one. Yeah, we cookest. We absolutely cookest. Oh, you cooked on gold too? Nice. Use your own way, but same direction. Good stuff. That's the way to do it, man. Your analysis is the pillar of your success. If you have bad analysis and you become dependent on someone else, you're never going to learn. So it's better to be bad and take it yourself and learn from it than to take someone else's and never learn. Independence is like super important. I mean, kind of goes without saying. But. Singapore timing. Trade that late night session. Man, if I lived in Singapore, I'd have a lot of fun. I'd have a lot of fun trading. You could like go out for dinner with your friends, have a couple drinks or whatever, and then like a couple hours later, you're trading New York AM. Yeah, and you could trade London. What time is London session for you over there? I guess it'd be like midday, right? Oh, dude, that's so sick. That's so sick indeed. Um, oh yeah, you're literally 10 hours ahead 10 hours ahead of me. Wait, 14. 14 hours ahead of me. 12 hours ahead of New York. That's crazy. No, Bradley. Which copy are you using? You gotta be using that trade copia, my boy. Trade copia. Oh, he didn't hit enter in the buy limit. Bugger. Oh well. You caught it on some others though? Oh no. 1,500 bones. Man, go figure. This is my lowest viewing stream, and we absolutely cook on it. Hilarious. I kind of had a feeling. I was like, man, we don't have many viewers today. Watch your boy cook. Yeah. Any of you newer people joining late? Here was the trade from today. Midnight opening price right there. That was kind of the buy trigger. Nested inside of breaker. Creating SMT with London low. Asia low. While also meeting projections of the 15-minute breaker to the downside. Yeah. So I just entered on the 15-minute alone with that in mind. Enter at midnight open, stop loss at London low. and then you got your fractal setup from there, like we talked about, right? I was entered on this candle and I said there's a possibility that we form a swing high, dig it lower, 945 opens up, we sweep the previous 15-minute candle low, tagging -2 standard deviations, and then we form a breaker from there. And the breaker in question is going to be this. So you had a potential opportunity to take the 15-minute entry itself or the 1-minute confirmation breaker. Either way, both high probability setups. If you cooked them today, congrats. Little over 2-ish, 2.2, 2.3 R on mine. Copier. 2 of these are funded accounts. The other 2 are evals. Yeah. There's the full transparent execution, yada, yada, yada. You guys saw me take it, blah, blah. You know, you can't question it. There's been a lot of talk online about standards being raised, and hindsight is not welcome. And a lot of people are saying this and saying that and saying that they can do all these things, but they don't ever do it live. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but today I did my job. Yeah, dude, I swear we were the revolution. Like you, me, Tenny, all those guys in TOTK, like we all kind of set that standard and we put it out into the universe, into the actual space. And now the result is higher standards. So I'm glad that it's that way. It should be that way. If I want to portray myself as someone that can, you know, teach others, or even like claimed anything. I've never claimed to be some guru or some special trader. I'm just a regular guy, but if I claim anything like that, then like you got to be able to back it up in some way. And like, I'm sorry, but showing an execution, like screenshotting this way and posting it on Twitter isn't always going to be good enough, right? You got to take it live. Anyway, I'm rambling. I am rambling. So we've got high of day SMT now. We've met projections of the -2, -2.5 of the 1-minute breaker. We've met projections of, yeah, those are the only ones that we've really met. Everything else is above. 9:30 projections and the midnight open projections, or sorry, the weekly open projections are all up here. Midnight open up here, weekly projections here. 9:30 projections are up here as well. $2.5 and -4. Those are kind of the spots. That's where I'd want to see it go to. Yeah, exactly, Bradley. Totally agree. Well, if you guys don't have any questions about today's trade, I'll gladly do a breakdown about it later and post it on socials. So you're not gonna, if you do have questions later, just know that there will be a breakdown of it somewhere, probably on Twitter. And yeah, if nothing else, then I'm probably gonna just cut it here. Yeah, I'll do a breakdown for you, Anthony, for sure. Yeah, I got you guys. I got you. Nope, not off the 1 hour. It's all I entered on the 15-minute all day today. That was my only entry time frame. But you'll see in the breakdown. Okay, you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Pretty small group today, but honestly, super happy with everything. You guys were great. Appreciate you all. And I will see you guys in the next stream whenever it is. Okay. Take care. Talk to you later.